Hey there, fellas. We've come up with a new idea. Now, I've read a bunch of posts and seen a bunch of pictures and videos depicting some utter weirdness. Let's imagine a car being transported on a flatbed. Now, from what I've heard, when a truck that's carrying another vehicle drives by a speed camera, the fine is often then received by whoever car it was on the platform at that moment. Apparently, that happens pretty often. Now, I couldn't stop thinking about why that's how it goes down, and in the end, those thoughts steered me in a completely different direction. Now I want to figure out how this can be tested. So right here, I've got me a car, which you might have seen a while back. And I've got me some license plates, which belong to some other cars. Now, those are real cars, so they actually exist and they're legally registered. So obviously a car is meant to drive around with just one plate, but why don't we add a few more and go try... Luckily, we have a speed camera nearby, which is always functional, and the speed restriction there is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, we want to go a bit over the limit and see what it does. We'll have 4 license plates on the car. Will the fine be issued to all 4 or just one in particular? To this car or to one of the other ones? We have the app, we have the information on the car, and so as soon as they do issue a fine, we can very easily check on it, whether it's one or all the license plates that took the hit. Okay, let's get on to the experiment. Now, driving around with more than one plate is against the law, but we're not going to be going any further than maybe 100 meters down the road, so it should be fine. We want to know why this is how it is, and whether those rumors I told you about are even true. Alright, let's go outside, slap these on, drive under a camera, and wait for the results to come in. Fellas, I'd just like to say thank you for your support and for your kind words. I'm well now and everything's good. Now you yourselves take care, and make sure to take all of the necessary precautions given the situation we're in. Now the latest addition to our online shop are these lovely face masks that'll help keep you safe from all sorts of nasty infections. Now at the moment it's August and the rainy autumn season is right around the corner, meaning it's time to buy some warm clothing. We're offering you guys these fantastic hoodies from our shop, and as of recently we've also got these awesome vests for sale. On top of that, we've got a bunch of other stuff, and we're always adding something new to the product line. For example, not too long ago, we began to offer these nifty lighters and air fresheners. So go ahead and give our online shop a visit. Get yourself some G54 merch. And when using the code from the video description, you can buy some stuff at a good discount. Which license plate will a speed camera detect? Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Alright, so look here. It is a bit wobbly, of course, but whatever. We made the bracket using some perforated strips of metal, and the plates seem to be secure enough. Okay, let's go do some testing. Okay, we've made it to the spot. We've got a sign and a couple of cameras, so everything is in order. We'll be driving by the first one slowly given there's a crosswalk after it, but the second camera is way past it. Now this car is rather quick, so we'll get up to speed, after waiting for traffic to completely clear out, of course. And for now, we've got just the one license plate. As for why we've decided to kick this off with just one plate, well, that's just to make sure. I mean, it does sometimes happen that these cameras are switched off for repairs or for servicing, recalibrating, and what have you. And so to make sure that today the camera is running, we're gonna drive by it while going just a tiny bit over the speed limit. How much is that gonna cost with the discount? Alright, let's drive. And then we fit the plates and see what happens when they're all stacked on top of each other. Let's get to it. Alright, we doing this? Dude, I think you're going a bit too fast. Oh, there we go. Now we definitely went in excess of the speed limit. You scared? Well, we are in a 40-kilometer-an-hour zone. Okay, and now we've installed the custom license plate frame. And we're about to do the exact same thing. We'll drive a bit and then immediately remove all of this. Because running this amount of license plates that aren't even from this car and in this sort of arrangement, well, that can result in a suspended driver's license. Okay, I think it's time to check and see what the speed camera thinks about all of this. Let's move out. Okay, hit it. We have pedestrians incoming. Did we even make it? Let's try that again. We'll be coming in hot at that second camera. What speed are we going? 79, 80, oh wow. Holy cow.
Much later.
Okay, fellas, it's time to sum this up. The results are in. We waited for a bit. Quite some time has passed, actually. And this is what we see. So this right here, I'm holding a ticket issued to a car that slightly exceeded the speed limit. Someone's gonna be held as a repeat offender with these types of experiments. Anyway, so the only one we got is for when the car was wearing its corresponding license plates that are supposed to be fitted to this particular car. This is the way the car is supposed to be equipped for driving on the road, so we've received the one fine, but when the car was fitted with multiple plates, well, that fine never came. Now, we were expecting to receive either a fine for each plate or nothing at all. I'd imagine they wouldn't even program their system to recognize multiple license plates on a single vehicle. Now, of course, you should never drive with more than one plate or with plates that don't belong on your car. The law on this clearly reads that there's a 2,500 ruble fine for private individuals. I mean, that might not seem like too much, but the thing is that that's just for fitting the wrong plates onto your car. But if you were to drive someplace and get pulled over, well, then there will be a much more severe penalty. And rightfully so, I'd say. In that case, you're looking at 6 to 12 months of suspension. So yeah, you're not allowed to fit a plate that doesn't belong to your car, let alone drive around with one. And that might actually be why they didn't program their system to deal with these scenarios. I mean, no automatic algorithm or even human being would want to waste the time figuring out one such speeding ticket. It's one of those cases when it's not even worth the hassle. Anyway, so we didn't get anything in the mail. And that's where we are with this experiment. Now, what we did was somewhat illegal, I know, but we've been meaning to try this out for quite a while now. And some of you guys have been asking, so there you go. The car with its belonging license plate was penalized, but if you were to install a couple more plates, well, you would avoid the camera fine, but then you run the risk of getting your license suspended. Like, that's 107% certainty if you were to get pulled over. So don't try that, like, ever. We tried it for the sake of experimenting to see whether all of the plates would get the fine or none of them. And the latter proved to be true. Now guys, don't go fitting license plates onto your cars that don't belong there. It's gonna cost you. You'll be waiting for a long time to get your license back. It's not worth it. It'd just be better to pay the fine if you trip a camera that tracks speed or other violations. And so that does it for today's experiment, fellas. We made it happen by popular request, and that's all we got for you. Watch us, subscribe, send in your comments and suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. All right, catch you later.